Grifty nose was only at Krusty Christie's house because she was on parole, and her corrupt parole officer let her get away with anything short of murder. Well, a second murder anyway. No ankle monitor, no restrictions, just the occasional check-in where the P.O. spent more time staring down her shirt than at her paperwork. Krusty Christie hated every greasy second of it. If it were up to her, Grifty would be 6 feet under, fertilizing the tomato garden out back. But instead, here Grifty was, stomping around her kitchen like a lice-ridden feral cat, calling her mom in that sing-song voice that sounded like nails on a chalkboard dipped in spoiled milk. They played their roles well, didn't they? Grifty beaming with fake sweetness, Krusty replying with forced affection. But behind those sickly smiles was nothing but rot. Grifty's envy festered like a maggot nest under her skin. Krusty had stolen her father, built a shiny little family with no room for the daughter who stabbed her own mother to death over Don Diddler, that human sewer rat with a pill addiction and hands that couldn't keep to themselves. Mommy had tried to keep Grifty away from Don because she knew exactly what he was, so Grifty solved that problem with a knife. She wanted Don. She wanted his greasy praise, his scabby arms wrapped around her while they shared her mother's stolen pain meds. Now Grifty wanted Krusty dead too, another woman in her way, another woman blocking her from getting exactly what she wanted. But Krusty wasn't fragile like her mom. Krusty was built like a bouncer at a biker bar, with fists that could cave in drywall and a personality that smelled like old cigarettes and funeral flowers. And Krusty, she was rotting from the inside out. Pills, vodka, debt stacked higher than her acrylic hair. She needed Grifty's money. Those pity interviews and true crime documentaries funded her addictions. She hated Grifty with every cell in her bloated liver. The girl creeped her out. Krusty had seen evil before, but Grifty was a special brand, a rotting peach that smiled while dripping black mold. Every evening they sat together, smiling for selfies they'd later post with captions like "blessed to have each other." Meanwhile, Grifty was thinking about antifreeze. And Krusty was wondering if stabbing Grifty in her sleep would be worth the cleanup. This wasn't love. This was a festering cesspool of envy and resentment. Two bloated corpses fighting for the last gasp of dignity neither ever had. And in the end, nobody would win. Krusty's liver would give out first, yellowing her skin until she drowned in her own bile. Grifty would overdose alone in the spare bedroom, her phone still in her hand, live streaming her death to the 5 pathetic viewers who still believed she was a victim. And who would care? No one. Maggots.